The Tigers are back home at CQ for 2 games this week. Welcome to the Tiger Basketball Report presented by the Green Turtle.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and it's locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How can you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome, fans, to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And, Coach, the number 1 and number 2 teams of the CAA are coming into CQ Arena this week in opposite order. Number 2 comes in first, then number 1. Northeastern, Thursday night. Bill Cohn and his team's always near the top of the CAA, it seems like. They're led by Pusika, the senior, who is a transfer from San Diego. And they've got another transfer, Mr. Rowland, who came from George Washington. Those 2 guys setting the pace for this Huskies, but they're a well-rounded ball club.
They're really good. Bill does a great job up there. Probably the team we've struggled with the most, They're potent on offense. The kid Ochius is back and scoring it. Green's having a good senior year, and Pusika braces a tough matchup at the 4. They're good. They're solid defensively. They're picked to win the league for a reason. We're going to have to play we have to be really good defensively because they play with great spacing. Pusika's great in ball screens, so they shoot a lot of threes. We'll be great defensively, and then we got to run good offense, because if we don't run good offense, then they're going to run away from us. It's just they're a good team.
They're a team that defensively, they're giving up about 47% on the defensive end. So they're a team that teams have had success against them.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's knock on some. Is this wood? Let's hope so on Thursday night. They'll put a game plan together for us, and we've got to, like anything, continue to take care of the basketball, and conversely, we've got to play with spacing so that the guys we have that can score it inside and out can have that type of success. I like Northeastern is good size, so that they make it. They don't give you a lot of easy opportunity. They have good size.
What's been the change for them? Because they kind of started off, I'm not going to say shaky, but win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Now all of a sudden they're starting to come on.
Well, one, I think they're good, and they're a veteran team. I think they played a tough schedule early, find out a little bit about themselves. And then they fought, I think, some injuries and things early in the year, so it probably takes some time. The guys are in and out of the lineup, and that's I think when we're kind of going through that a little bit lately with when, you don't have what you expected and how do you adjust, and then guys, different roles and minutes, that's never an easy task.
All right, then Saturday, the team with, as we tape this, the longest winning streak in the nation, Hofstra, comes to Towson. with arguably the front runner to be the CAA Player of the Year, Justin Wright Foreman. But they're not a one-man show. Pemberton's a great ball player. I mean, you know, Joe Mihalik always seems to have a lot of firepower up there in Long Island.
I mean, first of all, opportunity obviously to come out to a great venue and see big-time basketball.
Right.
So hopefully, with students coming back to town, we should hopefully have great crowds. And I mean, how about Hofstra, the nation's longest winning streak? I think, because I know we'd won 10 in a row last year, and that might have been the second longest streak in CAA history. This has got to be the longest streak. So that's something that the league needs to celebrate. I mean, 13 in a row or 14 in a row.
14 in a row.
Nation's longest winning streak. So they're obviously playing high level of basketball. My opinion, Justin Wright Foreman's going to play in the NBA. He just keeps, he scores it. He's explosive. He makes hard shots. He can pass it. He has he's hard to stop. He's hard to stop. But they've got a good club, and Joe's done a great job. And like you said, you've got teams that are 1 and 2 in the league right now. So for us, an unbelievable opportunity. And a great measuring stick.
Here's what surprised me when I looked at Hofstra. They are, before Saturday's game, they were number 2 in the conference in field goal percentage defense. That's normally not what you see from a Hofstra team.
They're still one. They're still one. We've been able to close the gap. That's always a big personal thing, you know. They zone press back to zone. That's what they do, which is fits them. They got big 5 men. They got a grad transfer from Purdue who clogs up the middle, and then obviously I think it keeps Justin Wright Foreman on the court. You know, they're welcome.
He doesn't come off often.
No, I don't blame them. You know, they're welcome to play us man to man if they want, but we won't see a lot of it. You know, but they've been good in their zone. I think that, you know, they've got guys back, so they get quick hands, and I think they have pretty good communication there. But yeah, it's certainly working for them right now. I mean, you know, Joe Mihalik's a runaway coach of the year at this point in the league.
So 2 tough ball games, but they're in your building, and again, a big crowd would certainly help the cause. And we hope everyone can come on out to CQ this week. The Northeastern game is at 7 o'clock, and the Hofstra game is at 2 o'clock. So great opportunities, night game, day game. Take your pick, come to both. But for your team, one area that you guys have really cleaned up has been the turnovers. Minimal turnovers against Drexel, minimal turnovers against Delaware. And that's something that you were concerned about earlier in the year.
Yeah, it was a big Achilles heel, so that has to be something moving forward. To beat these type of teams, we have to take care of the ball in order to get shots, and then we got to get good shots. That's I mean, yeah, that is absolutely obvious.
All right, so the Tigers will take on the Huskies, as we said, Thursday night at 7. The Pride on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. I'll be with you on CBS Sports Radio 1300 and TowsonTigers.com 15 minutes before each game. And Hofstra. Famous alums from Hofstra. Can you come up with anybody?
No, I can't. Speedy Claxton.
Speedy Claxton. You ever watch The Godfather?
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Wow. Well, I'd like to tell you, in order of, we're filming this in honor of Martin Luther King Day today. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever we do, Spiro, we got to keep it moving forward. All right.
Thank you very much, Coach. So that'll do it for another episode of the Tiger Basketball Report. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, go Tigers.